All right, welcome back to another episode of Taylor and Schwartz Talk Sports. I'm Joel Schwartz.
And I'm Taylor Alessi.
All right, how's it going? How you feeling after that devastating Super Bowl loss?
Really terrible.
I'm not gonna say cry, Eagles, cry.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it.
Well, it was, like you said, very devastating, but by the end of the third quarter, I kind of had a feeling that fumble really fucked us. And
Yes, indeed. This looked like he dropped it. Like what?
and
What
also,
happened?
like, that holding call and
Oh yeah, I
a
mean
little
it was
so-so with
questionable. It was questionable,
the
but
catch at the end, but,
at the end of the day, the defense couldn't buy a stop.
yeah.
The Eagles, well, really neither team played.
Feeling
much
kind of
defense.
terrible, Joel. Feeling kind of terrible.
Well, you should. It was a shitty performance.
Well,
I'm just
they
kidding.
made
It
it
was a
to
great Super Bowl.
Yeah,
It was a good game.
It was a great game. Fuck you to any Kansas City Chiefs fans.
Yeah, scumbags.
Shout out to Vito.
Your prosperity. Talking about shitty performances, how about that Rihanna performance?
Yeah, she was pregnant. I think I was the first to call it out.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Whatever. Not a huge fan anyway, but
She played my favorite songs.
there's like one or two
Gonna
songs.
work.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. The one song, I don't know. I like a few of her songs. She didn't do either of them. Whatever. She was pregnant. I guess that's an excuse that girls use sometimes.
Co-host has a point. No, honestly, I was for Super Bowl 57. It was a really good game. Yeah, not much more to say other than like the defense really fucked up at the end.
Yeah.
Mahomes has proven. Like I said, I was more worried to face the Chiefs than the Bengals. I said that weeks ago. So he's showed that he's a top 5 quarterback.
I probably would be too.
Andy Reid, former Eagles coach. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, at least there's that.
He's one of the best offensive-minded coaches in the league. So
where does he rank for you of coaches, like all time football coaches?
It's tough because there's a lot of great coaches in the history of the NFL.
Well, he's one of the few now that has 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Want to go through all of them? I don't know them all off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'll be real with you. I'm going to have to look them up on my cell phone. So
can I see how many I can guess?
Sure. Do you want me to set a timer?
Okay. Bill Belichick.
Check.
Bill Cowher.
Don't see him.
Didn't he win 2 with the Steelers?
I don't see him. I don't see a Bill Cowher. Go on.
Bill Parcells.
Check.
Andy Reid, obviously.
Check. I was gonna say Mike Tomlin. I knew that one.
Oh, Mike Tomlin. Okay. Chuck Noll.
Check.
Jimmy Johnson.
I gotta keep scrolling. Sorry. I don't. I see. Found Bill Cowher. So you're right.
I thought he had 2. I was like almost certain.
What was the one you just said?
Jimmy Johnson?
I don't see him, but I thought.
Oh, maybe he only had 1. Tom Landry?
Check.
Vince Lombardi.
I don't see Vince Lombardi on here.
He had to have. They won like 4.
This is like top NFL coaches.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say Vince Lombardi's on that list.
I'm just going to do all time.
And who else has multiple?
Tom Landry.
I said him.
Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh. Bill Walsh?
Yeah, Sean McVay.
Oh, yeah, with the 49ers.
We had Jeff Fisher.
Sean McVay? Wait. Hold on. No. Sean McVay and Jeff Fisher do not have 2. Jeff Fisher, I don't think even has 1. Oh, no, he has the one with the Rams.
I found Vince Lombardi. Okay. Chuck Noll.
Said him.
John Madden, obviously.
Oh, I didn't say Madden.
I was going to say that. Tom Flores.
Tom Flores?
Flores, I'm sorry.
Who is Tom Flores?
He was Super Bowl winner in 1979. First ever Hispanic head coach in the NFL history. He won with the Oakland Raiders.
I'm saying multiple Super Bowl ones.
Well, this is top Super Bowl.
All right. Topic over. That's it, folks. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Anyway, that was a great game. I'm disappointed that we didn't win the Super Bowl this year, but I was very impressed with how we played throughout the season. And
yeah, no, it was a great season for you guys. I don't think anyone, when it started, expected you.
I've always loved Hurst since we drafted him, and he took full responsibility for his play at the end of the game. So chalk it up and try again next year and hope for the same results. That's really what it is.
I mean, putting that one fumble aside, he played a great game.
Yeah.
3 rushing touchdowns, most by anyone in Super Bowl history.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the props I took, I actually thought of taking that one, and I never put it because I already had like 10 to 12 random props.
I was going to say, you hit like, what, 8?
I hit a good amount. I don't bet a lot of money on the games, but it's just, fun for me. But yeah, I wish I took that one because I was like, oh, he'll most likely get a rushing touchdown, I thought. And that hit in the first quarter.
Would you like to talk about the All-Star weekend?
Not yet. I'm not finished. I'm not even close to through. One more thing.
Okay.
So I got into, not an argument, but this first rule of advice I could give to anyone, just don't comment on anything on Instagram that's not like one of your friends' posts. Because there's like psychopaths out there that just like I showed you that one I commented. I'm not gonna burn, but the guy like literally said, I would spit in your face like if I ever saw you. You're the scum of the. I'm like, dude, it's just like an opinion.
Actually, before we talk about All-Star break, we should talk about just being very conscientious of social media and just the internet these days, blogging and such. People do.
Okay, yes.
They're called internet warriors.
But before we go on that diatribe, I just wanted to say, I got into an argument, a back and forth with a guy about if Patrick Mahomes retired right now, he would make the Hall of Fame. And he's like, nope, hasn't done enough. And I'm like, he's basically been the best player in the league for 5 years straight. Like, how is that not enough? He's like, gotta do it for longer.
I kind of have to agree with you. I mean, I've drafted him twice in the last 3 years in football fantasy, and he's proven to be probably one of the most efficient quarterbacks. And
people are just insane. But I guess because he hasn't had a long enough career. But
before we actually, as you said, dive into that whole internet warrior, keyboard warrior conversation where people say stupid things on social media, Instagram, Reddit, etc.
Mm-hmm.
The topic of discussion I really like to talk about actually is people have the biggest expectations for athletes.
That's true.
It's like, what can you do for me now mentality.
That's true.
And they don't even like respect the accolades. Like, for instance, I got in a tiff. I'll use a tiff with somebody about Carmelo Anthony. He's a top 10 scoring of all time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a top 10 scorer?
Scorer.
Okay.
And I think he's one of the most offensively gifted players we got to watch in the NBA history, like literally.
Well, where does he rank all time?
I think he's actually in top, like
he's in the top 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and this person was telling me he's like he wasn't that gifted and
top 10 scorer of all time though. I mean, was he a better scorer than Allen Iverson?
Yeah, I mean by points alone,
but not points per game. I mean, he might have done it longer, but
so argument's sake, he would be better than Iverson because he carried the Nuggets team for 2 years and averaged like 20-some points.
But he never brought him to a finals, and Iverson did do that once.
Didn't Denver Nuggets ever go to a Western Conference Finals with Melo?
A Western Conference Finals? not the finals. Think
Okay.
about all the Nuggets never been in it. At least not in my lifetime.
Okay, fair. That's fair. I still think Melo's a Hall of Famer.
That doesn't not make him top 10. I would just probably put
Well,
Allen
my argument to
Iverson
the guy
ahead of
was
him.
he should be in the Hall of Fame. I think.
Oh yeah, no, for
I
sure,
think
for
multiple
sure.
All Stars. I mean, unfortunately, I think in my mind he could be serviceable on a team this year, but he's also 38 years old and his athleticism declined. But last year he had 53 blocks, his most.
He had a solid year last year.
He averaged like 13 points for the Lakers, even though we were super dysfunctional. But I don't want to use my team as the outlier. I'm just saying, I think Carmelo Anthony is a Hall of Famer.
Oh, for sure.
But going back,
10 best scorers all time. I'd have to go through each, like, because you got like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
but I'm talking about the list.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the list of all time scoring. He's
yes,
on
because he
there.
had a
So
long career. That's fair.
I think. So my argument is people like you were just saying with the whole Mahomes thing. People look at. So Mahomes has 2 Super Bowls.
Yes, if you like his stats all time, like yes, he's not going to be like up there in yards and touch, but like for
But
a 5 year
That's
span,
the thing. People are like, okay, what have you done for me now? He just won a Super
Yeah.
Bowl. Like, how are you going to
although this argument happened before he won. This was earlier last week. But I still said even before that he's a Hall of Famer.
It's a mentality thing, I swear. Sports fans are very toxic. And
Oh yeah.
any sport, any league, anything. They're very toxic. They just have these expectations and forget athletes are also humans and
Well,
like,
that's true, but if you're just having a debate with another fan, I'm not saying
No,
like,
I know,
oh,
I'm just-
he's shit, you know.
but
like,
that happens. That's
yeah, no, it does. But,
very frequently, and
then they start saying stuff like personal against you,
like I remember when we used to debate. The conversation was like, I think Derrick Rose deserved his MVP when he was 22 years old because he led that Chicago Bulls team as one of the best offensive players in the league. Yeah, his stats weren't like MVP crazy caliber. He was averaging, I think, like 24 points, like 6 boards, and like, I don't know, 7 assists maybe.
I'm sure I've looked at it. I think,
those aren't like flashy numbers, but like they really had no other offensive weapons. I think it was like Noah, Ben Gordon, and like
yes,
Hakeem Warwick, and like
oh man,
that's
a while ago now.
That team was like broken, and he brought them to like 60-12. Like,
didn't they have Milotic or something? Mirotic, or was that later on?
That was later.
Yeah.
You're talking about Nikola.
Yeah,
that was way later.
I don't. The Bulls like history has been
No,
spotty
I'm just
for me.
saying. Like, my point is, like, people look at him. Oh, he never won a championship. Same thing with Melo. But like, you can't just take away their personal accolades. Then he was an MVP. He's still in the league. Yeah, his athleticism declined. He's no longer getting rotational minutes. But the Knicks are also fucking.
It always comes back to Derrick Rose with you, doesn't
it? I'm a huge Windy City Assassin fan.
Oh man.
But yeah.
But my argument to this guy about Mahomes was, I'm like, you'd rather have like a stat compiler like Frank Gore in the Hall of Fame than someone like Mahomes who was like the best player in the league for like 5 or 6 years straight.
Right.
Where Gore was maybe like a top 5 running back at some point in his career, but he's up there in like all-time yardage because he's just played longer than, like, he was like 38 years old still playing, which is just unheard of for a running back.
I think you could even say a lot of fans look at Marshawn Lynch the same way.
I guess, but he doesn't have the Gore numbers.
No, not at all. But he also semi-retired, came back, and just kind of went to obscurity.
He was never good when he came back, though.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like average to below average.
Look at Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, short career, but people will probably remember him as one of the best receivers of all time.
Right.
That to me is more important than like being like, oh, Frank Gore played in the league for like a Hall of Famer for sure, but he's on like the lowest tier of Hall of Famers probably. And I like Frank Gore. He's a great player. That's why he's stuck around so long. But I was never like when you were talking about the best players in the league, I would never put Frank Gore like an MVP level.
Would you put someone like what's his name, Perrine?
No.
Or Breda?
Put him where?
I'm saying, like, you think those are the type of running backs that are just going to last in the league and put up, like, a random assortment of yards and, like...
Yeah, they'll last as backups because they're good players, but they're not great. They're not Hall of Fame players.
Okay. I was just
Maybe they could make, like, the Tuscaloosa, Alabama Hall of Fame, like they're from there. Okay. Maybe they can get a plaque at their high school.
Can you go on your phone? I don't remember exactly. I wanted to talk about All-Star Weekend. I think the 3-point contest has Damian Lillard, Buddy Hield.
Oh, you want me to see who's participating?
Yeah, I honestly, my
we can make our picks for that. That I could just.
I think Buddy Buckets is going to win the 3-point contest.
Let's see. Nope. All-Star. Here we go. 3-point contest. All right. Should I read you an order of favorite to least favorite?
Yeah.
All right. Buddy Hield comes in.
I'm taking Buddy Buckets.
Plus 420. Damian Lillard at plus 470. Jason Tatum at plus 550. Lauri Markkanen at plus 600. Oh, there's more even.
Wait, Lauri Markkanen?
Lauri Markkanen would be the fourth favorite, plus 600.
Who's the third again?
Tatum, plus 550. Kevin Huerter at plus 650. Tyrese Halliburton at also plus 650. Tyler Herro at plus 800. And the least favorite to win it, who won it, not that he won it last year, but last year the least favorite to win it won it, Karl Anthony Towns, if you recall.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how I wish I put money on that. Anthony Simons is the eighth favorite at plus 850.
I wonder if...
So you say you take Hield?
I think Buddy Buckets is going to get his
He's been in it before. I don't think he's ever won. Maybe he actually has. I think maybe once.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like one of those things that you remember for a few years and then kind of forget about. I know Joe Harris won it two of the last 4 years.
Do you think there's been multiple players like on the same team that's been in like the 3-point contest or dunk contest before?
Yeah, Lillard and McCollum were in it, I think, last year.
They were both on the 3-point contest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know Buddy Hield's real name?
No. Chucky?
You got the first 2 letters, right?
Charles?
No. It's not a name that's really in our lexicon. Okay. I've never seen the name before.
Chili?
Chavano.
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 I don't want to name my son that. Chavano Alessi.
I know why he goes with Buddy. I don't know. No, Chavano is pretty cool.
Chavito.
Chavano Guerrero.
Oh,
yeah.
The dunk contest is what? Jericho Sims, Mac McClung.
I don't know.
Which is
you can't bet on that, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about betting. I just want to know who's in it. Like, we could do, like, a side bet. I already owe you, like, $5 in a bag of Doritos. You heard it here first, folks.
I think Hield won once. Yeah, 2020 in Chicago with the Kings, he won it.
Right.
I thought he had maybe won it. So.
But the dunk contest is who? Jericho Sims.
Okay, I gotta check again. Sorry for being on the phone.
Yeah, well, you know what?
A star-studded lineup of Jericho Sims and who did you say?
Mac McClung.
Mac McClung. What a household name. I mean, we know Jericho Sims because he plays for the Knicks, but...
Well, Mac McClung is like a G leaguer, but it's interesting that he's added. Who else is in it?
All right.
I know Shaden Sharp from the Trailblazers.
The participants are Kenyon Martin Jr.
Ooh. I might be
Mac McClung.
I might pick Kenyon Martin Jr.
Trey Murphy the third and Jericho Sims.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Kenyon Martin on that. No, you can't place it bad, but I put my money on Kenyon Martin, son.
I put my money on. I don't care. Sorry.
I mean,
no, I like watching it, but man, like, could they get it like any less known participant? Trey Murphy's like a solid fantasy player. I didn't even know he could dunk. He's a 3-point specialist.
no, you can get up there. Here's a nice.
Oh my goodness.
Jericho Sims is pretty.
I'd rather see
High
the
up there.
judges do it. It's Jamal Crawford, Lisa Leslie, Carl Malone, Harold Miner, and Dominique Wilkins.
None of those people says Dominique and Carl Malone actually could dunk. What the fuck is
Can
Jamal
we see-
Crawford threw out a dunk in his whole career? I think
That's kind of weird. I mean, he can dunk, but
I've never seen him. I think in the
I never thought of him.
I've seen
He's
him
more of like a
cross up-
finesse, like layup.
Yeah, I've seen him cross up
shooter.
everybody in the league.
He's a great ball handler.
And I don't really care. I'll be totally honest with any of the viewers listening. I really could care less about the All-Star game every year. There's like no.
Yeah,
it's the same thing like the Pro Bowl. I really just.
I didn't blow a lot of money, but I really thought I could predict the All-Star Game MVP last year. And I might have put a bet on like 8 different guys because I calculated it out, and I'm like, as long as one of these guys wins it, I'll make money. And it turned out to be Steph Curry, who I just like was like, nah, why would it be Steph Curry? Like, he's been here like a million times before.
He just drops like a quick 30, 40.
He just couldn't miss. And I was like, that was so
Why
sad.
did I doubt you, Curry?
Mm-hmm.
The prodigal son.
So this year, I guarantee.
I'm excited though. I really do enjoy the dunk contest, even though it's gone shittier every year. Like in retrospect, like 2016, 2017 were the last really good ones, but there's been a couple. It's also because like the truth is, since social media became much bigger, like these like street dunkers do a lot cooler shit than the actual professionals, because the professionals worry about like getting injured. The street dunkers are just doing it like on the low. That's my opinion, but what I've seen on YouTube and like Instagram.
Yeah, no, I agree. LeBron should be in it.
LeBron should be in every category.
LeBron, just ice up those ankles, give yourself a cortisone shot in the neck, and just
get some secret German steroid.
Horse pills.
Yeah. Just take a blue chew and like a fucking PRT shot and go out there and entertain me.
Yeah. Just picture like Beavis and Butthead when they get on the plane, just like just taking all the pills.
So. Yeah, I mean,
my money's on McClung. Whoever that is.
He played for like our summer league. I think the Sixers just signed him. It's just like he's too small to guard.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of him. I'm just like, no one in the league wants to do the dunk contest, because you really think they'd be going with these like 3rd-tier guys.
I think it's also, again, like, risk and reward. Like, look at Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon got robbed one of the years that they went up against each other.
Well, yeah, he did probably the greatest dunk I've seen in the contest when he jumped over that weird dragon thing, like put it underneath his
Magic
legs.
mask guy, yeah. Doing the spinning on the hoverboard. Yeah, I think it's just kind of like, again, the injury thing.
I guess. Has anyone ever gotten injured during the dunk contest?
No, but like
last year's contest was the worst ever. That's why I think I'm down on it. Right? Was it?
Well,
it was so bad. I just remember Cole Anthony like trying to dunk in Tim's, and he like couldn't even do it on like the first 3 tries.
Yeah, and Jalen Green's like brother couldn't even throw like a proper lob. I was like, why are you guys
so bad? Like I was like, oh my God, why am I watching this? Because there's no sports on this weekend. That's why.
Yeah.
It's my probably my least favorite stretch of, because there's no sports on. I'm always horny for sports. I just like it. I guess I catch up on my shows. Is there any good shows you're watching?
I am watching Yellowstone.
Really? You're getting into it?
I mean, I'm stuck on season 2 right now because I've been sleeping a ton more. But yeah, I really like that show. It's interesting to me. I also I know it's like an older show, but I really like Modern Family. I never
It's a
really.
solid show.
I used to watch like episodes here and there, but now I'm like kind of watching it from like chronological order. So
Right. Yeah, I've seen in like a
I'm a
bunch of
huge Ed
episodes.
O'Neill fan. Married with
Yeah.
Children was like one of my favorite shows. So
I did watch a documentary, I guess, about Fox.
ooh, I'll let you
Yeah.
finish.
And they were like Married with Children was the first sitcom where like they didn't like the family wasn't the perfect family, like they spun it in like a negative way, and that was like
It's
never
one of
done
my favorite
before,
shows.
and I think that's why it's so funny to people like
I think
us.
truthfully, also, it's just like it shows that like the reality of a
Yeah, it's like
marriage.
this is a real family,
Yeah,
not
just
like Family
like a
Matters where like
Hallmark
it
family.
all turns out good in the end.
Yeah,
Like
happy ending always.
but yeah, no, it's a great show. I love that show.
What the fuck was I gonna say? They're gonna do another season of Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh, of course. I mean they've done like a million spin-offs now too. That definitely a
Yeah, the
lot of people like
territory
it.
thing. For wrestling
Interesting.
fans,
Yes.
Dark Side of the Ring
Well,
on Vice. One thing that Vice does correctly.
well, I think they do a lot of stuff correctly, but I do like their documentary stuff because wrestlers just so interesting. It's such a odd like thing that we humans enjoy. It's like sport, but it's also like
Well, it's carny.
theater.
It's carnival.
Yeah,
It's theater, yeah.
undescribable. It's like nothing else.
It's not. I can say this from my experience of going to wrestling events. Oh, and I've gone to hockey, baseball,
Mm-hmm,
football, basketball, soccer games. There's nothing like a good pro wrestling event
That's true.
because you feel like you're part of the action.
That is true. And you're gonna get a good show every time, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not all squash matches.
Unless you go to a WWE live event at Madison Square Garden.
We went to one of those. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great, but there was like the Brock Lesnar big.
Oh yeah, there was a couple squash matches, but would expect Lesnar to do like a full match.
No. Brock Lesnar, don't kill him.
Just came out and German suplex the Big Show like 23 times. Another one.
Takes like 2 chokes. I'm still pissing.
Yeah, you got into Felix. Yeah, that was a fun time.
But
anything else you want to talk about?
No, that's about it.
Yeah, it's not much. It's a slow sports time.
Next week, though, guys, we'll have actual topics outside of sports. So.
Oh, we will.
I guess my co-host is.
What's your favorite sandwich?
A nice BLT on rye.
I disagree.
You ever have Ooh, you know what? You know what? Closing segment. Get the cinnamon bread, or cinnamon raisin bread, and then you make a grilled cheese with that, with bacon. It is fucking so good.
I don't know. Fruit and cheese sounds gross to me.
You don't have a big taste bud.
I'm just kidding. I know that's like people have those platters all the time.
The only thing I can't stand is like brie.
Me too. I've never tried it. It looks disgusting.
No,
I hate the smell of it.
It's just.
I'm a big smeller.
I love cheese.
I do too.
But like brie, for some reason, like I'll have it once in a while, but like when my family does it for the holidays,
it looks so nasty. I don't know.
It looks like
just goopy.
It is goopy.
Like, give me some sludge on my cracker here. It's
like
probably
chalk.
good. I don't know. If something doesn't smell good to me, I have a very hard time eating it. Like, can you think of anything you really like don't like the smell of that tastes good? And don't say what you're thinking.
Poo Tang Pie.
Okay.
I can't stand sardines.
But like, do you like the taste of them? I'm saying something that you like the taste of that smells bad.
Liverwurst.
Oh, okay.
Like the smell isn't like great.
Yeah. The only
But
thing
I had to work my way through my adulthood eating that.
I
Like
don't know. I never
I ate it as a
encountered it.
kid. I used to think it was so disgusting when I tried it, and then like as I got older, I was like, this is actually not terrible.
Hmm. Hmm. Excuse me. The only thing is some things like Vietnamese food that has fish sauce in it. Sometimes the smell can be kind of strong, but usually when it's mixed in, that usually tastes good.
Yeah.
That would be my one thing.
So, as always, guys, thanks for listening. Click the follow button and share with your friends.
Like and follow. Smash subscribe.
Smash, 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 smash.
If you're looking on Instagram, I'm having trouble posting it. Use the YouTube. I put the link in my bio. I changed the channel name on YouTube. Just search Taylor and Schwartz Talk Sports. That's the new name of the channel. It's not Joel Schwartz underscore or whatever now. Smash subscribe. We're growing our following slowly here. The Instagram, I know the Instagram because it's right there. It's easy for everyone. Just try to get on YouTube because I don't know why it's
Open
having
your
a hard
eyes.
time. It's
It's
having a hard
offensive.
time loading.
All right. Well, as always, I'm Taylor Alessi.
And I'm Schwartz. Joel Schwartz.
Thanks for listening.
Okay, thanks for listening.